Hey there, and welcome to the Deep Dive, your quick shortcut to being well-informed. Today is Wednesday, September 10, 2025, and we're tackling the top 5 AI news stories. And here's something interesting. This entire AI Daily Deep Dive, well, it was researched and put together entirely by AI. Our goal, like always, is just to quickly pull out the essential bits for you, cut through all the noise.
That's right. We're here to slice through that noise, bring you the really critical developments, and explain why they actually matter for all of us in this, fast-moving world of AI.
Okay, so kicking us off, there's a pretty big revelation. It's about how AI companies are getting their training data. Apparently, over 15.8 million YouTube videos, think about that, from more than 2 million channels, have reportedly been downloaded and used to train these generative AI tools. And often this is happening without the creators even knowing, let alone consenting. Nearly 1 million are how-to videos, too.
Yeah, the scale is just, wow. What's really fascinating here is how it's organized. These videos end up in at least 13 different data sets. And they're distributed by tech companies, research groups. You see them on places like Hugging Face, which is a big hub for this stuff.
Hugging Face, right, and big names are involved.
Oh, yeah. Companies like Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, they're implicated. And even though it clearly violates YouTube's terms of service, well, not much action seems to have been taken. The legality piece is still being fought over in courtrooms, under the whole fair use argument.
Fair use. But for training AI on copyrighted work, that sounds like a legal minefield.
It absolutely is. It's a super contentious legal gray area right now. And meanwhile, you actually have AI-generated videos popping up on YouTube competing with human creators, sometimes even doing better.
Wow. So for creators, what does this really mean? What's the takeaway here?
Well, I think the key insight is that we're seeing this urgent need for maybe new ways to think about intellectual property. Creators might need to think about, proof of humanity or ways to really show their work as their work in a crowded space.
Okay, interesting. Let's shift gears a bit from content creation chaos to our wallets. Mastercard is making some moves with AI in payments.
That's right. Mastercard's introducing tools for what they're calling agentic transactions, basically empowering AI assistants to make payments for you, but with trust and transparency supposedly built in.
AI agents paying my bills. Okay, tell me more.
Well, the initiative is called Mastercard Agent Pay. It's launching globally, starting in the U.S. for the holiday season. They've got an Agent Toolkit for developers so they can build this into platforms like, say, Claude. There's also Agent Sign Up to register your AI agent, and Insight tokens that use Mastercard's data for, personalized experiences.
Insight tokens. So
Yeah.
They know what my AI agent is buying?
Presumably, yes, to personalize things. They're also working on a verifiable credential standard. It all builds on the tokenization we already use, where your real card number isn't shared. The idea is to boost conversational commerce, so you can maybe just tell your AI assistant to buy something, and it handles the payment right there in the chat.
Okay, that can be really convenient. But doesn't letting AI handle money and personal data raise some pretty big privacy flags?
That's definitely the flip side. Mastercard talks about trust, but yeah, giving AI agents more financial autonomy, it absolutely raises questions about data security, how much control the agent has.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off between convenience and, potential risks that users really need to weigh up.
Right, okay, from payments to Hollywood. AI is shaking things up in filmmaking too, causing some tension.
Oh, definitely. You saw it at the Toronto International Film Festival. You had directors like Guillermo del Toro really passionately arguing against AI, turning art into just a commodity. But then you have tech companies like Luma AI showing off tools they say could help make 1,000 movies a year.
1,000 AI movies a year, wow. So it's creators versus tech.
Pretty much. And the legal battles are heating up there too. Warner Bros. Suing Midjourney, Anthropic settling with authors over using their books for training. There are even controversial projects, like using AI to restore Orson Welles' lost footage. So the core insight is this real cultural clash, isn't it? How do you balance tech innovation with, artistic integrity, especially when lines get so blurry?
A huge question. Okay, let's move to a different kind of impact the environment. AI takes a lot of water.
Yeah, this is sort of the hidden cost. AI needs massive data centers, right? And those data centers generate a ton of heat. They need cooling systems. Often they use evaporative cooling, which just drinks up huge amounts of municipal water.
How much are we talking?
Well, U.S. data centers used about 17.5 billion gallons in 2023. Billion, with a B. And here's the kicker. Nearly 2/3 of the new data centers are being built in areas already facing high water stress.
That seems unsustainable.
It's a major challenge. And that's just the direct water use for cooling. The indirect water use, the water needed to generate the electricity powering the data centers, can be even higher. Just to give you an idea, one estimate said generating a short output from GPT-3 used about 16.9 milliliters of water. Doesn't sound like much, but scale it up.
Right, across billions of queries. So what's the takeaway? We need better tech.
Exactly. The insight is we urgently need smarter, more efficient cooling technologies and better regional water planning specifically for these facilities. AI's environmental footprint is real and growing.
Okay, a lot to think about there. Finally, it seems like there's a response brewing to some of these issues. The Atlantic is launching something called AI Watchdog.
Yes, exactly. It's an investigative project they're starting.
Yeah.
The goal is basically to try and crack open the black box of these AI systems. Because right now, the huge data sets these models are trained on, they're mostly hidden from view.
And that's a problem because,
Well, like we talked about with YouTube, a lot of copyrighted material might be in there without permission, sparking lawsuits. But also, these data sets can contain really harmful stuff, misinformation, bias, even dangerous instructions. The Atlantic did that big expose on the Books 3 data set before, so they have a track record. They plan to scrutinize specific models, dig into the data sources, basically push for more transparency and accountability in the whole AI industry.
so holding AI accountable for what it learned.
Precisely. The key insight here is this growing public demand, really, to know what's inside these powerful systems and how they're being built. We need that scrutiny for responsible development.